Greetings, fellow alumni. We are here at Rose Alumni House, and we are excited to be shooting Season 2 of Yale Afternoons with Alison, a series where we bring university leaders to Rose Alumni House to talk about their priorities and alumni engagement. Today, I'll be sitting down with José García-León, the Henry and Lucy Moses Dean of the Yale School of Music. Dean García-León, welcome to Rose Alumni House.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
We're very excited to have you. I heard this is your first time at Rose.
Very first time.
Well, we're excited to talk to you about the School of Music. And we got a couple questions, but this is a chance for alumni who may not be as familiar with the School of Music to hear from you about your priorities and fun things that are going on over across the way on College Street. So you haven't been at Yale that long. Tell us what brought you here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and also to get to see this beautiful space.
Yes.
This is my third year at Yale. Mm-hmm. Although I did live in New Haven before, so I wasn't new to the area. But third year at the School of Music, what brought me here, well, the opportunity to work with such incredible faculty and students. Mm-hmm. And also the ethos of the school, the fact that the school itself has tuition covered for all the students, and everyone gets the exact same package financially. Okay. So in that sense, I really like the fact that students are all treated in a way that's very similar across the board. There are no favorites, or rather everyone is a favorite.
Yes, I love that.
I love that spirit. And you can see that in the students, but also the faculty, how they work together, lots of collaborations, and that really attracted me to being here. Also, when I lived in New Haven, I attended a few of the concerts at the school. Okay. With just because I was here, I wanted to listen to music. So I was actually a huge fan of several faculty members. Okay. I won't say their names right now, but so just the fact that I would get to hang out with them was like, of course now when I see them, I'm very serious. I'm the dean, but like, by the way, could you sign me an autograph? So
I love that.
I'm a big fan of many of them, so it's great to work with them.
Admiration before you even got here. That's beautiful. So in your 3 years, you've had a chance to assess the school and think about your priorities. I'd love to hear maybe your top 3 priorities as dean moving forward.
Sure. The school was in great shape when I arrived, and I'm very grateful for that. Yep. So that made things easier in many ways. But one thing that I really worry about in general is making sure the students as they graduate can have a successful life in music, whatever that means to them. Each of them might have a different path. Okay. So a priority has been really thinking about what it means to get them prepared for whatever they might be able to do in music in their careers. So a priority is thinking of curriculum, training, opportunities, networking. Another thing is that I feel that and this is more of a personal opinion, but I think that the performing arts, the future of the performing arts is really in collaborations within each area, but also across disciplines. Yes. So another priority is thinking how we could work more closely together with other schools. Yes. With the college, of course, but also in New Haven, maybe other institutions even, or venues for performances, not just higher ed. So the idea of collaboration is very much at the core of a lot of what we're doing. That's amazing. We can come back to that because that may be a wonderful way for alumni to help you. Yes, and in many ways, alumni have been wonderful already in many of the initiatives that we've been trying. They've had great ideas on things that we can try. So you mentioned 2 priorities. Is there a third? There are many more, but if I have to choose, one that I really care about is all the work that we do with undergraduates. And I would love to expand what we do and see how we can make it better and better. And for that, I mean that we provide secondary lessons. We help with the ensembles, with the Yale Symphony Orchestra, which is wonderful. They actually rehearse in our own space, and the conductor is on faculty at our school. And that's one way in which we're trying to integrate as much as we can with the college. Yeah. And I think it sends a great message to our own students on how, wherever you are, you need to work across boundaries. Yep. And I hope that's something that they would take with them as they move on to whatever they do next, that wherever they go, they always try to reach out and work with other people.
So are your students teaching undergraduates?
Yes, they do.
Wow. That would be an interesting thing to explore, like try to bring those pairs back together and think about like how the impact that those lessons may have made on a Yale College undergraduate who didn't go into music necessarily, but it was maybe a key part of their experience.
Yes, and we've heard great testimonies from those who had them years ago, and they still play, or maybe not, but they still remember who they work with. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great opportunity to have something here.
And is that all levels of lessons, or you have to have?
I mean, you have to know a little bit, but it's not. It's pretty much. My hope is that we could provide lessons to everybody who wants it. Sometimes we do have to make some choices.
Sure.
But it's not hard to get the lessons.
Okay.
The expectation is not overwhelming.
I don't think that's very well known, so I'm glad we can share that information.
Yeah, and you could do it for credit or no credit, so it's even flexible in how you can add it to your schedule.
That's wonderful. How can alumni, help you, even if they're not necessarily School of Music alumni?
There are so many ways, and it's amazing how much music is part of Yale and Yale traditions, and in many ways, not just instrumental, but singing, I mean, all forms. Yeah. And not classical only, but other styles as well. So one thing that I've been doing everywhere I go, I always try to have an alumni event hosted, and it's open to all Yale alums, not just the school. I have to say that I've been blown away that every time they're packed.
Yes.
And they can also help in ways that are very practical. They're out there. They know how the profession is evolving, maybe more so than we do here in our own cherished schools. And their input has been really helpful.
Okay.
We just developed a strategic plan.
Okay.
And we did a survey for all the alumni of the school and those of the college that we had information for.
Sure.
And it was incredible, the level of response, very high. As a result of that, we now have an alumni advisory council.
Okay.
They've been very involved. They're wonderful.
Yep.
And they've also helped us understand some of the results on the survey, because then we could have follow-up conversations on similar topics. So that's been informing what we do in very substantial ways. So it's not one thing that I feel is important for alumni within the school, but even at Yale, is how they can support events that we do, like when there are concerts or just workshops or things that might happen. To show up and show support, that's already a big deal.
Yeah.
But also they're sharing their experiences so that we can better plan what we do with the current students as they enter their careers.
Yeah, we are also starting our strategic planning efforts here.
Great.
And also similarly kind of surveyed a lot of alumni. And one of the things that came out of what we didn't expect to come out was the number of alums who are really interested in creative and artistic hobbies, and learning music for the first time was one of those things. So I'd love for you to share any advice you might have for some of these alums who have expressed this interest in, particularly kind of in the second half of their life, like engaging in a new creative or artistic hobby, particularly around music.
I love that.
Yeah.
All the arts, but it's never too late for music. That's something that it's a bit of a myth. Of course, when you learn younger, it's a little bit faster. It's the same with many disciplines, right? And languages and other things.
Yeah.
But it's never too late for music. It's really about just having that interest, that passion, and finding hopefully the right type of teacher or mentor that can guide through what to do. There are many YouTube videos and other platforms that provide help, and that's fine. But I think it's helpful to have someone to work with. So the advice would be, it's not too late.
Yeah.
Go for it. Whatever you want to do, I'm sure you can find a way to make it work. It's just maybe reach out to someone that can guide you through so that it's more manageable.
Yeah.
The last thing I would say, though, is that patience can go a long way. Because with music, especially if it's a new instrument or a new style, at the beginning it might be a little bit frustrating, but it's incredible how with a little bit of persistence, you can do anything.
This could maybe be a wonderful place where your Alumni Advisory Council we could partner on a way to deliver perhaps some kind of this learning content to some of our alums who are, expressing an interest to do something new.
Yeah.
That could be really
It's
fun.
a beautiful thing to make music, and a great way to get together with others or just have a nice time for yourself. So not everything has to be at Carnegie Hall.
Exactly. I know you've been a speaker at many of our Yale Club regional events lately. Tell us a little bit more about that experience and what you hope to get out of it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to get the alums to connect with one another, but also in many of those we've invited alumni of the school to perform, and it's a great way for them to get to see each other, but also actually show what they're doing artistically, and maybe inspire them to continue attending events or concerts. So it might be something worth considering for clubs across the country or abroad. When they have an event, it might be a good idea to see if there are alums of the school in the area that could perform for them.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to engage with the Yale community and also get to see what they're up to.
Agreed. We'd love to have more Yale performers at more of our events beyond the clubs as well. So thank you for that. Can you highlight an alum who has done some of this exceptional engagement work on your behalf?
Oh, that's a hard one. There's so many, and I hate to pick.
Yeah.
But I will.
Yeah. And I'll shout out one too. I've got one of your alums who I'm a big fan of.
I have to say, it's hard to pick because there's so many and many who really care. But Kim Perlak, for instance, comes to mind because I believe she's now on the board of the YAA.
She is. She's the one I was going to mention.
And she's a wonderful individual, but also so caring and involved with Yale and helping in so many ways. She's been a key individual in how we've been doing some of our planning, and a lovely person to be with. So it's a joy to work with her.
I love the way Kim is bringing the School of Music perspective to our board and really elevating some of our G&P efforts overall from some of the smaller, professional schools. It's been really great. So I think we're both really lucky to have her.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. So now we come to the kind of fun part of the conversation. The questions we ask everybody. Do you have a favorite spot on campus?
Oh, that's tough because I have many. I guess I'm a little biased, but entering Woolsey is always very, I don't know, it seems like just this tradition. It's a beautiful space, and I've attended so many amazing concerts there. So just thinking back of some of the great moments I've experienced there. So I'm a little biased, but Woolsey definitely because of what it means at Yale and for music.
That's good to be biased. It's an amazing, absolutely amazing space. The grandeur of that space is tremendous.
It's stunning. It's so Yale.
Yes, it is. Do you have a favorite Yale memory in your time here?
Yeah, there are a few. Maybe some of them are even from before I joined Yale because I used to come to campus to see things. Or one thing that I did is that I was able to get a library card as a non-Yale person. I was paying a little fee, but I have to say the memory of entering the library and knowing that I could actually check out something, that was very, very memorable and something that it meant a lot to me. The music library is stunning. It's one of the best. It's really incredible what they have and how they manage. So the library at large, just entering that space, that was already a great memory, but also going to the music library itself and just being there, just great memories from that time.
Do you mind talking a little more about the music library? Because our alumni do have, some library privileges. So I'd talk more about the music library. What kind of resources are there and what can you access?
It's amazing what they provide, and Ruth Ann has done an incredible job at making it accessible. For one thing, there are many subscription services that are incredible and not easy to get on your own, but they're all put on one page and you can watch videos of operas or recordings. The collection of scores is outstanding.
Wow.
It's rare that they won't have a printed score of of any work that you're looking for,
Wow.
even if it's rare. But what's incredible is that if you ask them, they will get it for you, or
Right.
they'll figure out a way. They
Right.
might even purchase it or get it from some other library. But
Okay.
the score collection, it's outstanding. But then also they have, I don't know how many, but many CDs and
Okay.
stations. Now that very few people have CD players,
Yeah, but
they actually have a whole bunch of players that you can
Okay.
just go to and get a CD, your own CD or from the library,
Wow.
and play it there. So
Okay.
in terms of recordings, scores, archives, of course, books, but I would also reiterate the subscriptions
yeah,
to many streaming services and scores online.
that's
Very
amazing.
helpful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. This is our controversial question. Do you have a favorite pizza place?
Ooh,
And
that's
you've lived here, so you've
Yeah.
hopefully sampled quite a few.
You know, being from Europe and being very aware of soccer alliances, it feels like in New Haven, the pizza choice is almost like choosing your soccer
It
team
is. It's
or
a-
rugby team or whatever.
It is a big
It's a
statement.
big deal. I must say it's modern, but
Okay.
there is a story there. Partly because I had no idea. I just drove by Modern one day. One of the first days I was in New Haven, I stopped by. I'm like, whoa, this pizza is really good. I had no idea it was one of the most famous ones. I didn't even know what the name was. This is something I shouldn't share. It's kind of embarrassing. But I didn't know, I was so new to New Haven, I didn't know the pizzas in New Haven are called a pizza. And I saw on the box, Modern Pizza. So I actually thought forever, well, for a year maybe,
Yeah.
that the name was Moderna
Oh,
Pizza.
I love that.
So I used to say, oh, I like Moderna. People would look at me like, what? Moderna, what?
Like the COVID shot?
But then I realized, oh, a pizza.
Yeah.
So it's modern. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's very funny. I love that
That's
story.
how clueless I was.
It's
But I
okay.
loved it. It was so delicious.
It is. All right, last question for you. Is there an item that you always have on your desk in all the places that you've been?
Actually, lately, and this is kind of cheesy, but I just love it. I have this stuffed bulldog that has the shirt of the school.
Oh, I love that.
And I take that to every desk I'm at.
Okay.
For some reason, it's silly, I guess, but it reminds me of the school and just thinking of how, I don't know, just thinking of the students and how we want them to feel good about themselves. And
I love that.
It was one gift that they received one of the years, and maybe we should do it again. But
Yeah.
it became very popular, the stuffed bulldog with the YSL shirt.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being
Great
here.
to be here. Great
Yeah,
to see you.
you
Thank
too.
you for having me.